things like new surcharge on super rich, and I think the limit of 1 crore is at least a reasonable limit. A lot of fears were there that the limit might be much smaller. So 1 crore limit, at least in my mind, is a reasonably high limit, and seems to cover only 40,000 odd people in the country. So that was along the lines of what was broadly expected. Some of the changes in the power sector, extending the timeline for 1 year, those are minor things. There's no major directional announcement in the budget on the direct tax side, or even on the indirect tax. I mean, the announcement on GST is even weaker than has been in the past, although much more was expected in this budget. So, on the face of it, there is nothing major directional in the budget on the tax side. We'll have to see the fine print.
The budget seems to have scored. Of course, we have not seen the fine print as yet, both on the spending as well as the revenue. But I think the announcements that the fiscal numbers have been, the fiscal deficit has been contained at 5.2 and is aiming for a 4.8 next year, reflects very well on the statements made by the FM earlier. So I think that needs to be welcomed. Certainly, I think some kind of taxation on a direct basis was expected, so I think there are no surprises there. But by and large, I think we can safely say that the railway budget had tried to be stable in many ways, and I think some stability has also been signaled in this budget.
We would have preferred from FICCI to see no disturbance of the tax regime. That was our request. The surcharges have come with an assurance of a year. I must admit I'm skeptical as to that. The issue of growth and therefore the need for industry, the need for jobs, the need for attention to the growth drivers is very much there. And that I have not seen this messaging so strongly in the last 2 years. So the desire to get it right is there. I think exactly as YK says, what we need is not necessarily subject to budget, but we should read that as a very strong indication that what we need may well follow because of the recognition of growth therein.